by highlighting two major efforts to reclaim and preserve our cultural heritage. Mayor of Kingston, His Worship Councillor Desmond McKenzie, says the redevelopment of downtown Kingston is on track. He says over $250 million has already been spent on the construction of the new urban centre and the redevelopment of the St. William Grant Park. The Kingston mayor adds that the project will be completed by the end of this year.
Work has also started on the Simon Boulevard Cultural Center at North Parade, which will include a 350-seating multicultural center and exhibit hall. We have the government's commitment to ensure that none of its agencies, which are currently based in downtown Kingston, will move out. And we are looking forward to the construction of the new Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade that will be built on the site of the whole Myrtle Bank Hotel in downtown Kingston.
Mayor McKenzie was speaking yesterday at the local government church service to mark November as Local Government Month. The service was held at the Bethel United Church of Jesus Christ on South Camp Road in Kingston. The mayor says the local government reform system, which is expected to empower the councils to be more efficient and responsive, should be completed in 2010. In the meantime, he says despite the delay in the completion of the program, many positive changes have taken place in the local government administration.
We have seen the establishments of many committees with the prime objective of giving local government reform the vehicle that is needed to make it work.
The theme for this year's observance of Local Government Month is Local Government Reform, Governance in Your Hands. Plans are moving apace to refurbish and upgrade the Civil Great House at Heritage Site by the end of April next year. The Jamaica National Heritage Trust is responsible for the preservation and upkeep of the 300-acre property. Director of Estate Management at the JNHT, Gavin Tate, gave an update on the work being done at the weekend.
Our proposal was or is for the restoration and adaptive reuse of the plantation house, the coach house, the overseer's house at the bottom, and some to do work on the archaeological site of the site.
During the restoration project, the Spanish Castle site on the property will be stabilized, fenced and reinforced, making it accessible to visitors. The property's signage will be redone to make them more pronounced and engaging. But the biggest element of the makeover are the redesign and remounting of the historical exhibition inside the Great House, the refurbishing of the house itself, and the restoration of the old coach house to serve as a gift shop and restaurant.
In brief, it will be probably the one in its kind in the whole Caribbean. Something really nice, modern, attractive to the tourism, and I think this will be a very important start for something which is more ambitious that the people from the Heritage Trust are working with.
The restoration project is funded and supported by the Tourism Enhancement Fund, the TEF, and the Spanish Jamaica Foundation. Those were the stories making the news today. For more information, please visit our website at www.jis.gov.jm. Stay with us, Jamaica Magazine continues. Thanks for staying with us. It's time now for a recap of the Prime Minister's weekly happenings. But before that, the FSC Minute.
Welcome to the FSC Minute. I am your host, Nadine Newsom. Today we continue to explore aspects of insurance, and my guest is Joan Walker, Manager of Insurance at the FSC. Welcome to the FSC Minute, Joan.
Thanks, Nadine.
Joan, what is insurance?
Well, Nadine, insurance is a risk management tool which involves the transfer of risk from the insured to an insurance company. A contract is created between the insured and the insurance company, where the insurance company promises to pay the insured a fixed amount in the event of a loss, and the insured person pays a premium as consideration for that payment.
Can anyone obtain information on specific insurance companies from the FSC?
The FSC Act does not allow the FSC to divulge information to individuals on the individual entities that are regulated at the FSC. However, the Act does allow certain information to be issued to the public. The number of policies issued by the company, the premiums earned on all policies, and the premiums paid to reinsurers are allowed to the public. The FSC, however, provides information in aggregate on a number of areas in respect of life and general insurance companies.
Can my life insurance company increase management and other fees without my acceptance and knowledge?
Well, life insurance companies may not increase premiums after the policies have been finalized and the policy has been issued. However, the policy contract may include clauses which allow the company to increase policy fees and management fees. It must be noted, however, that policy fees and management fees are not premiums.
Thank you, Joan. My guest today was Joan Walker, Manager of Insurance at the FSC. For the FSC Minute, I am Nadine Newsome.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Vendors who lost their goods in a fire at the Oxford Mall in downtown Kingston will each receive cash assistance of some $100,000. Prime Minister Bruce Golding made the commitment after meeting with them on Thursday. Mr. Golding also promised to re-establish some of their stalls. Discussions will also be held with Commissioner of Customs Danville Walker to ascertain how a waiver could be provided for those who import goods for sale.
As I told you, the country is going through some rough times with the economic recession, and I had to work hard to see if I could locate some funds that would enable us to provide some relief for you. So I don't want anybody to leave here feeling that, well, that's all I'm come with, because you wouldn't know what I had to do to find what I've had to find.
At his monthly call-in program Jamaica House Live, Mr. Golding re-emphasized the need to align student loan fees to income. This follows a complaint from a caller that their net income following student loan deductions and other vital payments, excluding food, was about $5,000.
They are introducing a new policy now. It hasn't come into effect yet, where we're going to relate, we're going to align the repayment to your income. So that when you borrow money from the Student Loan Bureau and you complete your studies, you get your degree, you get a job. We're going to calibrate your repayment so that it takes into account what level of income.
Persons are also urged not to paint all public servants with a broad brush of corruption and lackluster approach to work. Mr. Golding was addressing the Department of Corrections Awards dinner, where he commended the awardees and all other public sector workers who are dedicated to doing a first-class job.
Very often, if one person does badly, we tend to use that in a broad brush kind of way to indict and stigmatize the entire service. And therefore civil servants get a beating, correctional officers get a beating, police get a beating. And yet that sort of broad, in my view, careless and reckless treatment does such an injustice to those who work hard. You may as well come back to earth about migration to Africa. For all Africa wants are skilled people. Forget about going to Africa. until you have enough money.